What I'm looking for is both.
I don't know what else
You didn't connect with me. Oh, that was Dan. I thought that was Mark.
Hey, Mark, so they're not hearing us, right? They're not here. All right. Well, you can have the background music, Mark. I'm good with that.
Monkey butt.
Oh, there's an echo.
In live. Mark Elder in the house, Julian Placino, and Foster Williams, the job problem. Career search at CityWorks. Career search at CityWorks. Come on, man. Y'all making me. Give us your comments on LinkedIn Live. Jake Melton in the house. No. Tell us, Foster, what's it about?
Ooh, yeah, no.
And they're clocking in on mine.
Hey, welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking show, where what you know is important,
But
who you know
Who
can
y'all
make
know.
all the difference in your job search.
that's what happens.
Who's got the volume on? Is that me?
Huh?
Who is that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, somebody's got it playing. Somebody got their volume playing.
Oh, my God.
hear it.
Foster, is that you?
That's mine. I just turned it down, too.
Isn't that awesome? That is so funny. Well, guys,
Technology.
we are here today. It is Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Hump Day. Mike.
Mark.
Super excited to be with you today. We've got a great show for our audience, and we've got some great guests with us today.
Yay.
Mitch Jacobs, what's going on?
Hi, I'm doing great today. Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Fist pump. Yeah. All right. And we've got a very special guest with us today, Daniel Lengyel.
Yes, sir.
Did I say it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm bad with names, so fist pump.
Yeah.
Fist bump or fist bump?
Fist pump.
Fist bump.
Audience, I don't know. Is it fist pump or fist bump? You let us know.
Fist
Put it
bump.
in the comments section. But yes, we got a very great show for you today. We've got a lot of events and a lot of things going on. Mitch, we're going to talk about a lot of yours because you've
Great.
got a ton of stuff going
We
on.
sure do. We have a lot going on this January.
Yes. Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
We're getting things off to a good start. So, but before we get into all of that, we
Yeah.
always like to bless this show with a prayer for our listeners. So, Foster, will you do us the honors, please?
I'd be more than glad. Guys, I'm coming to us because a lot of people, when you get laid off from your job, you kind of take it personal. You feel like you're not good enough, and people might tell you that you're too old and all of this stuff. Those guys are lies. Why in the world would you forget what you've been doing for 20, 25, 30 years all of a sudden just because you got laid off and it wasn't your fault? So I wanted to take this in this direction because my nephew in Hawaii, Nalu, decided I'm going to listen to what God says about me instead of what everybody in the world says about me. And he started Legendary Waves, and you guys are going to see a lot of paraphernalia that I'm going to be wearing and talking about from a 17-year-old kid. So that is going to be what we're going to ask God for today. Bow your heads with me. Father, thank you for giving us the things that you give us. Usually we do better. When we get laid off, we get another job. It's probably a better situation. We might get a little bit more money, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for my nephew, Nalu, bringing this to my attention that I could pray for this today because we're all in this search. And we know, guys, that God is manifesting and controlling everything in our lives, and we need to think about that more. It'll give us a lot more confidence in our interviews. We thank you in the name of our Savior Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Let's get some hands on LinkedIn for that prayer.
Yeah, baby.
Guys, I want to give a special congratulations, and I'm going to tag her in the comments here for Amber Nyer. Let's give a round of applause for Amber Nyer.
Oh,
She
yeah,
just
Amber
landed
got a job, didn't
a
she?
position lately.
Awesome.
Yes, we got that notification.
Awesome.
So, and, you know, I was wondering if there are any other announcements on landings that you guys are aware of. Foster, have you heard any at any of the groups?
There's a couple I'm forgetting, but as we go in this show, I'm probably going to remember, so I will be interjecting.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys, if you landed, I want to hear your story. I want to hear how it happened and all that good stuff, because it's important. Your story, it helps people understand how, people are landing employment and how it's all coming about. Was it a God thing? Was it, you just, we're on the job board and you found it, or was it networking? Like, how did it all come about? So we need to hear your story here, and we will give you a special plug here on the show. So
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Amber. Super happy for you. What about some events that we got going on? I know, Mitch, we're going to talk about all of yours here in just a second when we get to your segment. But
Great.
The 31st.
The 31st is...
So, guys, on the 31st from 8 until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my voice is kind of deep today. That's cool, radio voice. So, squirrel.
Purple squirrel.
Guys, purple squirrel with polka dotted tail. So, thanks, Mark. The Frisco Career Transition Workshop, guys, is on. It will be on the 31st. That is a Friday. I suggest that you go to Search for You, or you can go directly to the Cornerstone Community Church website in Frisco. It will be at what did I say? Cornerstone? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Stonebriar. My brain is all over the place today because, I don't know.
Foster,
I'm
you are a purple squirrel.
I am a purple squirrel,
That
guys.
is for sure. I got a purple
Hang in there
pen.
with me. I mean well, but professionalism probably slips me. There was a time I was professional. I swear I was. So, Stonebriar Community Church, guys, you can go directly to the website, look under Frisco Connect. I am going to suggest strongly that you go to the searchforyouinc.com website, because jobs are posted there, and you will see a link for the Frisco Career Transition Workshop. Guys, I would strongly suggest it is the best one day that you will have in the job search. We have the experts from all over corporate America that have been deemed as the best at what they do to give us presentations all day long about resumes and networking and what in the world do I need to write a cover letter, all kinds of stuff like that, guys, and you'll be surprised some of the networking you can do with some of these people.
Where do they go to register for that?
Go to register. Again, let's go to searchforyouinc.com. On the very front page, there is a Frisco Career Transition Workshop link. If you would like, you could also go to Stonebriar Community Church, and the official website. You will see Frisco Connect there and navigate through that portal.
All right. Let's go real quick to the audience. We've got a great audience with us. Michelle Barrett, how are you doing? Tom Lindsay, how are you? Vez Nakomo.
Vez got a job. We told about Vez, didn't we?
Yeah, Vez, how's it going over there? Glad
Wells
to hear
Fargo,
from you.
baby.
Yep. Dave Long, what's going on? David, how are you? Hey, guys,
Mr.
what we want to know
Dave.
from you real quick is just put a hashtag and check in with us. Tell us where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear where you're tuning in. Is it in the Metroplex, or
Yeah.
maybe you outside the state, outside the country? We want to know that.
Uncle Bruce, are you out there? Bruce Melvin.
Kelly Weathers, good to see you with us. Andrew, Manny, what's going on? So, guys, we got a great audience with us. Put the hashtag and tune in with us, or check in with us on the comments. We'd love to hear from you. What else do we got going on? So we know the Career Transition Workshop at Stonebriar Community Church. We know about that.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got going on? Any events that you have going on, Dan?
We don't have any, not
No,
recently.
nothing right now. Well, let's
We
get on. Let's
definitely
dive
need
into
to
Mitch.
tell
then.
about the Who You Know Job Networking shows supported stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we got a lot of stuff on our end. We've got free professional headshots. You can grab one at Stonebriar Community Church every first and third Tuesday of the month.
Coming up next week.
Yep, we've got Frisco Connect, so you can definitely make sure to come out to that one.
Coming up Tuesday.
We'll also be giving out some free professional headshots tomorrow.
Tomorrow at
Yeah.
Jewish Family Service, an open door to anybody in need
Yep.
Uh-huh. They've been there for a long time serving you guys.
Yeah.
since 1950.
Ooh, that's before my time. I know y'all don't believe that, but that is before my time.
I
Hear
don't
me?
believe it.
Man. So, yeah, we'll be there also giving out free professional headshots, and we've also got a workshop we're going to be teaching Rehumanize Your Job Search and Create Some Career Opportunities. So I'll be teaching that. Excited about that. And Anything else, Mitch? I know you've got a lot of events, and we're going to dive into your segment here in a second, but anything else in particular that you want to plug?
I would love for people to also know about Monday's workshop because Fred Schlesinger is going to be at JFS in North Dallas conducting his successful branding for job search and business. And we all know how important it is, or coming to learn how important personal branding and business branding is.
That's right.
To positioning yourself and creating the image and the impression that you want to. And so at 3 o'clock on Monday, Fred Schlesinger will be at JFS in North Dallas.
Perfect.
Go to www.jfsdallas.org/events to learn more.
Beautiful. Love that.
And you know there's something else going on. Next Wednesday, guy, at HR Career Search Network, we are going to be teaming up with the Project Management Business Analysis Focus Group as well, because Mike Ray and Kip Lifson are going to come out and teach us about Reference USA again. And guys, if you're trying to find companies that it would make sense for you to present your skill set to, Reference USA will show you companies that are very, very synonymous with the company you just left. You need to find out who your competition is because, hey, you've got experience in that industry, and if you got other companies that are in that industry that need help, hey, doesn't it make sense?
Yeah, that's
Let's
a
use
great
our brain a little bit.
That's a great resource. They've been
Man,
going around the whole Metroplex teaching that stuff.
yeah.
Yep.
Yesterday they were at IT and finance and accounting. I didn't forget you guys, Bruce Chow, and it's a tremendous presentation, guys, because not only are they giving us what we should be doing, but they show us how to do it. And that is what we need, life supporting evidence of a lot of these ideas that are run past us in the job search.
Yes, tools you can use.
Tools you can use.
Another quick plug is obviously to our workshop, so every Monday 1 to 5. Now, with the exception of this upcoming Monday, which is MLK.
MLK Day,
Yep,
isn't it?
MLK. So Cowboys
things
Club
are
is going to be
closed.
closed for that holiday. So we will not be having our workshop on the 20th. The next workshop that we are hosting is going to be on the 27th.
27.
And that is already full, wouldn't you
Yes.
believe it or not, right?
Really good.
So it's already
good.
full. Guys, make sure you, up in the description of this video, there is a digital business card. You can go up there, click, and register for the next available workshop. We get a lot of demand on this thing. It does stay full. We're helping a ton of people, and there's just the room's not large enough. We can only put 20 people in there, so it stays full.
What are they going to learn at that workshop?
Well, we're going to teach them how to rehumanize their job search, right? So I've got this book here. This is a book that was written by Ethan Butte. Super excited because Ethan is actually going to be coming down here in April.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have him on the show.
Cool.
But basically, there's a tool, some technology that we're going to help you to utilize, and we're going to train you how to use this to put the human element back in your search. That's what I'm going to be teaching tomorrow at Jewish Family Services. And it's basically how to create opportunities using LinkedIn, using video. Believe it or not, guys, are you using video in your search right now? If you're not, I'm going to talk to you about how that works and why you might want to do that. And you know, right now, if you think about it, well, you're watching us right now, right? You're watching video.
Boy, that's different for radio, isn't it? Let's watch them on the radio.
Yeah, let's watch the radio. Did you know that over 2 billion hours are consumed every single day on YouTube?
Oh, wow.
That's just one platform. 2 billion hours every
my
single
God.
day.
That's
Crazy,
amazing.
right?
That is amazing.
I wonder what the stats are on Netflix.
Just to create that.
Probably crazy, right? But the reason I'm bringing this up is it's because, you know, as a society, we learn, we teach ourselves how to do things from video. We learn from video. It's a natural way to communicate on this planet right now, and I'm going to show you some ways to communicate at a higher level to get the attention of that job seeker, or the recruiter or the hiring manager. I'm going to show you how to get their attention and how to get them to respond to you. It's pretty easy, although it does take a little bit of getting out of your comfort zone to do. So I know
Watch somebody do it, you guys.
Yep. We're also going to cover effective networking, right?
Yep.
Communications and networking. A lot of people are, you know, for lack of better terms, like fish out of water when it comes to carrying a conversation in the networking side. And so oftentimes people will ask us, well, what do I say? Like, how do I get a conversation going? Who do I talk to? We're going to go over that. You're going to get a bunch of access to a ton of people, actually our entire network. So make sure that you come to that. You're going to get, not only valuable information, but valuable connections.
Yeah, you're going to get over 20,000, okay? You're going to get a list of 20,000
wow.
folks. When you walk out of that building,
That's a lot of people.
you get access to the Who You Know Network. And, what we would love to do is make an introduction for you. If I can introduce you to somebody and open up a door, that could be all it takes, okay? In the job search, I don't care what you say. At the end of the day, it's sales, and it's a numbers game, okay? You gotta talk and have enough conversations, to openly or ultimately open that door. And so hopefully if we can make a connection for you, that may be all it takes, okay? And we've got powerful relationships out here in the community with tons of companies, recruiters, and it may just be a handshake that you need. You just need somebody to refer you.
Yep.
Right? It's
And
all
me
about who
being
you know.
a recruiter, if you tell me what excites you about a job, guess what? I can tell the person that I'm connecting you to why I'm doing that. Just saying.
Mm.
Yep. So and Foster's the job father, right? So
Yeah, I've been recruiting for a long time. I would have white hair, but it fell out.
I want to give another special shout out to our audience. I've seen a few more people checking in with us. Joe, Mr. Always Good. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Oh, Joe's on with us.
Yeah,
Melody
Mr.
Robinson.
Mr. Always Good.
What's
Melody.
going on, Joe? And Holly
Hey.
Robinson?
John
Melody
Kemp.
Robinson.
Oh, Melody. I thought you said Holly Robinson Pete. I was like, oh my God.
Eileen, how are you? Good to see you. Lisa, she says she's checking
Hey,
in from
Eileen.
Plano. We got Plano, Frisco. We got Fort Worth. I mean, guys, put a hashtag and then where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear that in the comment section.
Hey, Lisa.
Okay, what else? So, we talked about our workshop. We talked about the headshots, Frisco Connect, South Lake Focus Group, right?
Tomorrow.
South Lake Focus Group is another great
Oh,
event.
yeah,
that's
South Lake
tomorrow.
Focus Group. Guys, all of you guys probably know about South Lake, and probably half of you have already been there.
You know what's crazy, Foster? So it's shocking to hear how many people don't know about these
I
resources.
know. It is crazy.
Like
isn't
we
it?
went to, I spoke at Dallas HR the other day, and I did the Rehumanize, presentation there.
Uh-huh.
And I had people raise their hand if they'd heard of Frisco Connect and South Lake Focus Group and
Wow.
all that.
Mhm.
And there was a huge
There was a
percentage.
big percentage that hadn't.
never heard of it.
So, guys, in our network, we have because of this radio show, we have well over 100,000 active job seekers in this network. So, you know what that tells me? There's probably another 300,000 to 400,000 people out there that need to know about this network. So, you guys need to be talking,
Need to be sharing information.
sharing,
Help each other.
sharing.
Well, Foster, tell us. I mean, you've been a member or I don't know what you call it, founder or what do you call it?
Whatever, I don't
What
know. Whatever you guys call me, that's what I is.
Yeah. At South Lake, you've been there for a long time, right?
15 years, yeah.
15. Good Lord.
I know.
So 15 years. What's the format? Like, paint a picture for me. If it's my first time, I don't know what the heck this
Right.
is. I walk in the church. Like,
Good question.
paint that picture for me.
So, guys, you walk in. We ask, the meeting starts at 8. We ask that everybody get there at 7:30 so that you can kind of walk around and meet people, because when you're in a room full of people, you're going to meet somebody. There's somebody that's going to rub elbows with you. There are a number of people there that will do that on purpose because we are the volunteers at that event. And you will see anywhere from 200 to 250 people. Everybody is looking for a job. So at the beginning of the meeting, we will tell you about a number of resources. We'll hear people will stand up and tell us they landed a job and how you landed a job. We a lot of times have prospecting, which you can ask for a connection at a company. And because I have been around a long time, a lot of times it's me that has the connection, but I will only share that connection if I have a what's that word that I
Relationship.
Like to use? Yeah. Trevor's heard me talking a lot. A relationship, guys. If you're just connecting somebody that you don't know with somebody that you don't know, add a little value if you can. And you know what? I know you can.
Yep.
If you need to know how, ask me. So anyway, that's what we do. And then all the people that are there for the first time, Trevor, we have an orientation. And all the people that are there for the first time go off for about an hour and a half in this room. And Rawlings Lecture Hall. It's set up wonderful, and we have anywhere from 40 to 70 newcomers each week, and we have a battalion of people that are leaders there at South Lake Focus Group that tell those guys about every little corner of everything that they need to be doing in the group. Teach them how the group works. Teach them who is who, and different tools to use and all that sort of stuff.
Nice. Very, very well established group. It's been there
very
for a
much
long time. So
yeah.
guys, make sure you check that out. That's tomorrow as well. A lot of
Yes.
stuff going on. I mean, there's no shortage to resources here in the network in DFW. There's enough stuff you could fill your calendar every single day. So
185 South White. How my goodness, this phone! I'm sorry, problem. I apologize because I turned this phone off. I thought so, guys. 185 South Whitechapel Road in South Lake, and once you get there, you'll see all the people. It'll be easy to find where to go because you got 300 people going to one place.
All right. We got to go to a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to be talking to Mitch Jacobs from Jewish Family Services and all of the different resources they got. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, LinkedIn Live.
Yeah.
How you doing? Hey, you guys, if you are listening and or watching, make sure that you comment what you are looking for. If you are in career transition, make sure that you hashtag and let us know what you're looking for. There are recruiters on here
Yeah, lots of them.
looking for people. So
Yeah,
make sure that
George
you
Murphy,
hashtag.
I want to know what you're looking for. He says RT. What's that mean? What's RT?
Oh yeah, what's RT?
What's
George?
RT, George? I want to know what that means. Jennifer Albright, how are you? She says hashtag learning and development. The guys, people are already doing it. You got Cash. Cash says engineering leadership.
Cash Nashery.
So, Mr. Always Good to hear you or see you online with us.
Yeah, we had him.
I know
on the
you
show
have
last year.
a conference coming up, a sales conference, a coaching conference that I want to plug real quick. What's the name of your conference and when is it? Give me the dates if you can, Mr. Always Good. Jim Young, good to see you with us. How are you?
Hey, Jim. Hey, Scott Smyer's on. Scott, I posted in the comments, but let us know how your show went last Saturday.
Yeah, Scott did
yeah.
a comedy show for job seekers.
That's
yeah,
great.
and got them in for free. And I would love to hear how many actually came. Where was that at again, Scott? There was some
Will's Point.
Will's Point.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I don't even know where that is, but yeah, I'm curious to hear how that went. That was probably pretty good.
Will's Point. That sounds like a place that probably got a good barbecue joint.
Hey, Ernie Vanderleest asked if they had barbecue
I knew
flavor at Smoothie King, Foster.
Man, you're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be reading. Come on, son.
This is just a blended up rib.
It is.
That's just
It
a
pretty
blended
much
rib.
is. A
That's
good friend of mine.
gross.
A good friend of mine's son works there, and he makes that special.
So
It's a
Dan,
vegan one.
Dan is over here like, what? 'Cause
Dan's like, this is the
not having
wildest radio show I heard.
he
about.
he doesn't know Foster like that. So Foster's kind of thing, his brand, I guess, branding and all that. His brand is barbecue.
It is.
Yeah. So
And I'm a little ebonical at times.
all right,
not
we got
had the blended rib.
Neil Parker online with us. Good to see you with us, Neil. He says hashtag marketing, hashtag brand manager director.
Oh, also,
man.
viewer and listener audience, let us know which alert you received today.
Yeah.
We are broadcasting on Foster,
Yep.
his LinkedIn Live, as
Yep.
well as Trevor's.
Yep.
Trevor's we've been on mine, but we're doing a little test today, so we want to find out who's getting alerts and where they are coming from.
Where they're
So-
coming from.
Yeah, so
Right,
guys, here's
right,
basically
right.
what's going on. LinkedIn's still in the beta stages.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to see, the notification is a pretty huge part of getting an audience on with you. Like if they're not getting notified, then and they don't know how to find it a lot of times. LinkedIn doesn't have an easy way to get to the show. So
Right.
the easiest way is if you get a notification and you click on it, right? So we're just trying to figure out, like, what's the best way? Or who are you getting the notification from? Did you get one from me and Foster? Did you just get one from me? Did you just get one from Foster? Like, I'm curious. We're doing a little experiment today to try and figure out what's the best method so that people get that notification from LinkedIn. So let us know in the comments where you got it. Gia says, alert from Foster.
Hey, Gia.
Ooh, all right.
Hey, Gia, we're LinkedIn. Yay.
Yep, we
Zane
got
says, Trevor, via LinkedIn.
Yep.
Okay.
We got David Long from Foster, Tammy Dracopoulos, Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
See-
Tammy.
See, here's where I'm curious about that. Right. I'm curious. So okay. Let's see. David Long. So he says he got notified from Foster. Right.
Uh-oh.
But he's on my stream right now. So David, I'm curious. How did you find my stream if you got a notification from Foster? When you go to your notifications, do you see one from mine and from Foster? I'm curious, guys. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all.
And mine's off, right? Mine did not go out.
Yours did not go out because,
Okay.
we just turned yours off to see.
Yeah, what
Yeah, I
was going
wanted
on?
to
Mark
just.
matters, though, y'all.
Oh, he does matter.
Yeah.
Holly says only from Trevor. Let's see. Michelle says got one from Foster, then Trevor. Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Hey, that's great.
So I'm noticing, here's what I'm talking
Marty
about.
Upton
If you
got one
notice in the
from me.
comments, you'll see there's inconsistency. That's the point. It's inconsistent. So I'm struggling here with the audience. I'm trying to figure out the best method for this because I want the community together. Bottom line is I want all the audience in one place to
At the same
communicate
time.
at the same time, right?
Right.
And I think if we're splitting it up and all that kind of stuff, it may be confusing. Guys, is it confusing when you see multiple ones or I don't know. You're here online with us, so maybe it's not confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know in the comment section. Hey, there's Amber. Good to see you here with us, Amber. Congratulations. We gave you a
Congratulations.
shout out earlier. Good to see you with us. That's awesome.
Did Amber land?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
Just got an offer.
Hands on LinkedIn for
Hey.
Amber. Everybody put your hands.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Hey, Amber. Hey, Amber. It's your birthday. No, I'm kidding.
That is awesome. So, I think we've gone over our commercial break. Did we go over our commercial break?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, welcome
My
back.
birthday
Welcome
tell us
back.
nothing.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking show, where what you know is important.
But who you know?
Who you
Who
know
y'all
can make
know can
all
make
the difference in your job search.
Because we're in Texas.
We are back. We've got a very special guest with us today, Mitch Jacobs from Jewish Family Services.
Right.
How
Oh,
are you
yeah.
today?
Hello,
Yes,
I'm doing
need to meet
great.
me.
Hi, y'all. How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in.
I'm so excited to have this interview because, for many reasons. First of all, you guys have a ton of resources over there, and
Uh-huh.
it blows my mind. Like
And
it
they've
really
been
does.
around longer than anybody.
Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Look at all these pages. I got pages, and pages. This is
yeah,
this
can
is,
you guys see that?
And that's
This is
just
all
what's
resources.
going on in January in the Career and Financial
my
Services
God.
program
Yeah.
at JFS. An open door to anybody in need, by the way.
Yeah.
Best kept secret in Texas. Open door to anybody in need because y'all can take advantage of over 150 different services that we have, most of
Yeah.
which are all under one roof. And, of course, I'm here today to represent Career and Financial Services, but JFS also has counseling services for children, for adults and families. We have support groups. We have special needs liaison helping connect young adults with special needs to community resources.
Mm-hmm.
We have older adults, gerontological social work, counseling. We have Meals on Wheels, trying to reach people that are homebound that need food.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have volunteers driving a lot of this, but we have career professionals driving our services and delivering what people need day in and day out.
Yeah.
We're mission driven to provide professional, effective, and affordable mental health and social services. We're a community agency to anybody in need, and we're trying to promote self-sufficiency and well-being. And I'm doing that, hopefully, that's our goal in my team, our team in the Career and Financial Services program, to help people reach self-sufficiency through career coaching, one-on-one, financial coaching, with just getting people to see the bigger picture and working in tandem with career coaches to make sure that people are targeting jobs that are going to give them the wage that they need, not just in the short term, but thinking ahead to the future.
100%. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in today's day and age where things are moving so fast,
Very fast.
you got to think forward, right? So it's not about what I need today, but what will I need?
Right.
Otherwise, you'll be back here again looking for
Oh,
another
yeah.
job.
That's right.
Yep. Boomerang.
Right.
That's
And
right.
last time we had Allison
Boomerang
Harding
searcher.
here with us.
Allison Harding was
Yeah.
here. She's
Yep.
the director of Career and Financial Services.
Hey, Allison.
Hey, Allison. And we have other coaches out there as well, helping people every day. We have Phil Konecki. He's
Phil Connect. Hey, Phil.
He's also helping us train people in Microsoft Office software so that we can elevate people's employability if they need it, or touch up, brush up classes as well that are being conducted by a volunteer Microsoft certified trainer. Just the list goes on as to all the different ways, the comprehensive tools that we provide people.
I tell you what, you can always use some Microsoft,
Yeah, we need some
Update,
we
yeah.
need some
Microsoft.
Microsoft Outlook help.
Look,
That's
I'm
what
gonna
we need.
I'm gonna tell you right now because there's so
Right now.
many things that those tools can do, like the even Excel. Like
Yes.
just go basic to
Oh,
Excel.
Excel for sure.
Oh my gosh,
And
PowerPoint.
yeah.
And in our financial coaching, we're using Excel with the basic budget for people,
Yeah.
helping them tweak it. We're using Excel in career coaching to help people analyze goodness of fit between their background and experience and the needs of employers.
Yeah.
So, yes, we're teaching people how to implement knowledge of software in everything they do in their job search as well, not just their careers, but right now, what they need this minute.
So all of these resources, right? I think I heard this. Is this free 99?
Most all of our services in the Career and Financial Services program is
Free 99.
free 99. Thank you.
Free
And
99.
That means that it doesn't cost anything, you guys.
that means we have weekly workshops. We have networking groups. We've got a job center, career center, an office away from home to conduct your
Right.
job search.
That's
In the
great.
afternoons, we've got connections to our job leads online that are vetted as being available at the time we post them. We have other community agencies in the area that are taking our job leads and posting them on their website. So we love it. We're able to connect people with the job leads no matter, almost what agency they go to, some of which are found on careerdfw.org, for those of you that know what that is.
Yeah.
Fantastic resource for
Oh,
job
yeah.
seekers.
Fantastic resource.
Jeff Morris's site,
Hey,
right?
Jeff
Hey,
Morris's
Mitch.
site.
I know that this is probably known by most, but there are some people that may have this question. Do you have to be Jewish
That's
to
a great question.
participate?
Great question, Mark. We spoke about that last time.
Mm-hmm.
And no, you don't. We're not a religious institution, but we have a mission. And our mission is to help anybody in need. Anybody in need.
Absolutely.
And we've developed comprehensive services as a career and financial services program and as a larger agency, Jewish Family Service, which is open to anybody in need. They have wraparound services and a continuum of services as well because we see people as whole human beings. When people walk through our doors, they have more than just one thing on their minds usually.
Yeah.
They have their whole lives they bring with them.
Pretty
Right.
much their whole life.
Right. And so we want to be able to address many different needs that people may have, most of which are all under one roof. And if it's not free 99 free, then it's on a sliding scale fee based on ability to pay. And so fees will never be a barrier because if somebody really can't afford to pay a fee for our services, we waive it and then it becomes what?
Free 99. I love it. That's awesome. I mean, I love the mission that you guys have over there. It's a holistic approach, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
not just one-sided. Talk to us about some of the, financial services that you guys provide because, Mark and I, we're in financial services. You're in
Dan
financial.
is,
Yep,
sir.
Dan, you're in financial services. So we see it, right? What are some of the things that people go through? When you're in a career transition, it's probably one of the biggest financial transitions you'll go through in your life.
It sure is. There are just so many examples of how people wind up being unemployed longer than they planned on.
Mm-hmm.
And every day that ticks by means more expenses having to be paid for.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very common for people to have $500 all the way down to zero in emergency financial savings, for example.
Mhm.
Almost 40% of America is in that situation. So it's very common. So it can be really stressful for someone to wind up being unemployed for even a month longer. And then a medical bill comes along or a car repair.
Yeah.
And what might have been a small hiccup, had there been maybe longer-term planning or different circumstances, becomes a domino effect, and it can create other problems financially. So when people come to our doorstep, sometimes they're very concerned about their financial situation. Our financial coaches are in place to work in tandem with our career coaches to make sure that our clients are seeing the bigger picture. We're not dealing with 401ks, we're not advisors, but the financial coaches are there to help people take a sigh and a deep breath
Get a
and
breath.
relax and use the space of our confidential one-on-one coaching
Mm-hmm.
to just look at the bigger picture and see what their short-term and medium-term goals are, and even long-term goals, just to even look at their budgets, to tweak them, to look at their credit reports. Has that been a barrier to employment? Is that a barrier to getting other products, financial products?
Right.
So sometimes credit reports will be in disarray.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
totally.
Sometimes due to errors that occur or challenges that occur in somebody's life that may not be their fault, or but they're dealing with that. So for those employers that are checking credit reports, for example, that are looking to whittle things down to the top candidate and make an offer, you've heard it many times. It's a pending offer until there's that background check.
Right.
And so there are many people that aren't even aware that the reason why that employer was not really within their grasp was because of something they didn't even know was on their credit report.
Yeah.
That might
Ouch.
have, that could have been fixed had they worked with one of our financial coaches. For programs like ours, modeled on a WFS model, a national model that has been shown to be effective with many job seekers in this holistic approach, there's been an average credit score increase of 30%, which represents improved credit scores
No way.
and greater access to other financial products, right?
That's an
Wow.
impressive number. Isn't it?
Yeah, no, really, that's
Our program can't promise those statistics for everybody.
Right,
But
right.
that's a nationwide study that was done for programs like ours. And people are in this study have also been shown to be able to save twice as much as those people that had not accessed a program like ours fully, taken advantage of with all of our different services. And those people that had come into our program underemployed had exited getting a job offer with an average wage increase of up to 7.7%.
Wow.
And so, again, we can't promise that our clients can achieve these results. What we're saying is, with a comprehensive, holistic partnership that we have between the career coaches and the financial coaches and the continuum of services provided at Jewish Family Service, between our clients' rededication to their job searches, helping them improve their focus, and working as a team with us, we're going to do everything we can to help you get there.
I love it. I love it. So what I'm hearing though is he threw out a little disclaimer out there. Basically I'm hearing past performance is no guarantee of future performance, right?
Right.
But if you
think
guys
about
take
that-
your time to go about this thing in the right way, which I am a strong proponent of Jewish Family Services, you guys will be surprised the blessings that you get. Try it out.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. I mean, what struck me as the credit as significant was, even if let's say you're at a 600 credit score and you don't get 30%, let's say you get 20, that still puts you over 700.
That's where you need
Right.
to be.
That is significant. That
Yes, it
is
is.
life-changing.
Yes, it can be, because what we do today can mean the outcomes for tomorrow, and that's why we're all into helping people plan not just for now, but for the near future and the far future in their thinking when they're on our doorsteps, thinking about a career, thinking about their next move. So we help them look at the financial picture in those ways.
I love it. I think one of the reasons why you're getting such great results, it's not only, it's a testament to the coaches that you have over there,
Yeah.
but
Thank
the
you.
people that are actually signing up for these classes and walking through the door, that is the first step.
The first
Right?
step.
That's the first step.
The first step is
Taking action and
taking action.
sign
And
up.
and everybody talks about getting outside your comfort zone. It is necessary. When Trevor and Mark and Foster.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Thank you.
The job father.
Talk about getting outside your comfort zone. That's crucial. And we have so many access points for people to take their first steps to get their feet wet through our free workshops, our networking groups, our job-centered mentors, their volunteer mentors that can help you with their welcoming smile and their assistance to you, and the great coaches that we have that help run these groups. It's a step that can empower you with the tools and knowledge you need, and then you can take more steps within our program as well with one-on-one coaching and all the rest and other services that JFS provides.
You know what I've noticed over many, many years? The people at JFS that provide services are all people that care. You will feel their spirit as they're trying to help you. They will absolutely take a caring approach to what's going on. They're just not people trying to come in getting a name for themselves. These people are
Truth.
givers.
That is truth. That is truth for sure.
I feel blessed to be a part of the Career and Financial Services team
Allison, I'm
as well
talking
as the
about you.
JFS team, because we see everybody has a joint mission to help others. And that's one of the main reasons why I took this job 25 years ago.
Oh, my God. I was going to ask you.
The job aligned with my skills, but I still had things to learn. They definitely align with values and the mission to help others. And when I took a look around and saw what they were doing, I had to get on board.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's amazing, guys. Well, what's the best way for them to connect with you, to connect with all the resources? Like, what's the best way?
The best way is to really call Jewish Family Service, an open door to anyone in need. Remember that at 972-437-9950. That's 972-437-9950, and ask about our Career and Financial Services program. You will reach someone who can make a reservation for you to attend one of our Monday orientations, where you can learn more about our program, more about the agency, and you'll be treated to some mini workshops conducted by our coaches, so you'll get to know them.
Absolutely love it. Mitch, thank you so much for coming on with us today.
Thanks
Guys,
a
we
lot.
got to go to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we've got Daniel Lengyel. Did I say it right?
Yes, no, Dan Lengyel.
Lengyel.
Dan the man. We got Dan the man, y'all.
Dan
Don't go anywhere.
50 grand, baby.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right. LinkedIn. We want to holler at you real quick. We got a great audience with us. Ladina Piper, how are you?
Oh, I saw Ladina this morning.
I saw Ladina's video. Did y'all see Ladina's video?
Got a good video.
Look, I want to tell you something about her. She sent me a few takes, right? It took her five, right? And hey, that's what it takes sometimes. Sometimes it takes multiple tries, multiple attempts. But what I can tell you is that she stuck with it, guys.
That's what it takes.
That's what it took. And I got her video, put it together, and it's out there in the network now. You can see it. It's amazing. You did an awesome job.
Guys, I'd like to say that this is our future, but no, it's not. It's now.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's happening now.
It is.
And absolutely moving forward into the future, we're going to be building on this.
Y'all need to go check out her video right now and just go look at her profile. Go check out that video, and then I want you to do me a favor. I want you to share it. Sharing is caring. Speaking of sharing, you can also hit the share button on this stream, and you never know who this could help. There's somebody out there that when you hit that share button, somebody that didn't have access to all this, they all of a sudden have access. So you need to hit that share button.
Don't forget to share the show.
Share the show.
People have to remember.
Good to
Norma
see you.
Andarza.
Hey,
Yay.
Norma. I just talked with Norma last night.
Oh, okay. Kelly Weathers, I like this comment. She says, #thank you, Trevor, Mark, Foster, and Mitch. First time joining the Who You Know show. Very informative. We love having you here. If this is your first time, that is awesome. Good to see you here with us.
Quarters as well. What's up, Q? Man, I have not seen you at the gym. What's really happening, man?
Is that because he hasn't been there or you haven't been
Oh,
there?
Q looks a whole lot better than I do. My body and his body, oh, my God, there's no comparison.
Hey, guys, again, if you are just joining, hashtag and let us know where you are watching from. What location are you in? Here in the Metroplex or outside of the Metroplex? Maybe outside of the country. Let us know.
And then put a hashtag what you're searching for. I want to know project management, QA, accounting and finance, whatever it is. Put a hashtag.
Recruiters are watching.
Yep, they'll go click on your profile from there.
We're like a bird on a wire.
Yeah, that's what we do. Jerry Carver says, first time joining, great show. Hey, man, that's awesome.
Jerry,
I'm glad
this your
you're
first
here
show?
with us. I'm glad you're here.
Did you meet Jerry? You met Jerry at Frisco Connect, did you, or did you?
Yeah, oh yeah. Jerry, what's going on, man? I'm glad to see you here with us on the show. That's awesome.
And Edward McKnight is with us as well.
Eddie, hey,
That's how
Eddie.
Jerry found us. Eddie.
John Broody. He says, not sure you're getting my comments, but I landed at BNSF.
Yeah. Woo. Ooh, that's a big one.
That's great.
Anybody else sending in comments that we're not getting? That's not cool.
Come
Come on, LinkedIn.
Yeah,
What's
it's
up?
kind of back and forth. It's,
What's up, LinkedIn?
LinkedIn.
But that is awesome, John. Congratulations. Hands on LinkedIn for John, guys. We need to put some hands on.
Hey,
that's
Jerry Carver
really good.
jumped on. Hey, Jerry, how's it going?
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Jerry.
We need to know how it all came about, John. Tell us your story. Send that in to whoyouknowshow@gmail.com. Tell us how it all came about. Like, did it just fall out of the sky, or was it networking? Was it who you know?
How long was the process?
Yeah, how long were you in the search? I mean, all that stuff's important for people. You know, we ask a lot of questions to the community, just getting a gauge on where they're at and kind of like what's actually happening. The numbers are sometimes scary.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
On average, we're finding that people are getting about one interview per month. That's very scary right there.
Yes, it is.
It's taking about, 1 month per $10,000 you're trying to get in salary is what we hear. So like if you're looking for a $120,000 job, Well, that's going to take about a year. Now, all of those numbers,
Maybe.
those can sound really, really scary, guys. I don't mean to scare anybody, but all that means is we need to get your activity up. We need to increase your activity because that will increase your opportunities. Increase the activity, increase the opportunity, right?
Yes,
Yep.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's all we need to do, and that's what this show's about. That's what
it's
we're
about.
doing. We're here to create opportunities for you guys.
Hey, I put out a question. Does anyone have a testimonial about their interaction with JFS? And Kelly Weathers
Oh.
actually had posted. She wrote, "I'm back seeking new opportunity. JFS has been excellent as my go-to source in Addison. Need to expand, though, with social media. This is a fantastic tool using LinkedIn." So,
Oh, you need to come out.
Thank
oh
you.
yeah, Kelly,
Shoot.
come on out.
You want to learn social media, you need to talk to your boy. Okay. All right.
Thank you much.
Guys, we are back. It is the Who You Know show.
It is who you know.
Who you know, because what you know is important, but
Who
y'all
you
know.
know will make a difference in this journey that you guys are on.
absolutely. We've got another very special guest with us today, Daniel Lengyel. How are you, Dan? Dan the man in the house.
Man, 50
Very, very
grand.
good. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're excited to have you. I appreciate you coming. You've been part of some of our events before in the past, Career Search at CityWorks, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So tell me, how was that event, first of all?
It was game changing. So I hadn't experienced anything like that prior to that event, and just what you did to bring so many people together and give people like myself opportunities to talk about our organizations, opportunities that we have available for people looking for careers, etc. was again phenomenal.
That's awesome. I'm glad to
Yeah.
hear it was so great because it's dead. No, I'm
we
not.
are revamping and
Yeah, we're-
retuning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that it's dead, guys. We're
No,
actually
it's
coming
far
out with
from
something
dead.
bigger and better. Is actually what's happening
It's
Yeah.
the Career Expo
at Omni Frisco.
Oh,
we
fantastic.
keep outgrowing
Yeah.
all of our locations.
Yep. Every time we get a space, we outgrow it
In
within
short
about
order, too.
2 to 3 events, and we're done with the place.
Yeah, and that was evident. I mean, that place was overflowing with
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, it
meaning that,
was.
It got hot. It was during the summer. Like, oh, people are melting. It was great.
And
It
the
was awesome.
managers of the place are probably rolling their eyes in their
That's
head.
a good problem to have, though.
That's
Yeah, it
a
is.
really good problem to have.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're with Spectrum Financial Group
That's correct.
and
Yep. SFG.
SFG, not South Lake Focus Group.
That's right.
Not
That's
South
right.
Lake Focus
Spectrum.
Group.
Spectrum
Financial Group. So tell us about the company, culture, all the good stuff. I know you guys are hiring right now. Tell me about you.
Absolutely. So, real quick before I do, I just want to give a shout out to Mitch. So, didn't know a lot about Jewish Family Services before today,
Sure.
and the things that you're doing to help people transition and then get on a path of financial freedom is deserves much commendation. So, thank you very, very much. I appreciate everything you guys are doing.
Oh, thank you.
100%.
Very
So-
community impact.
Absolutely crazy, and it just shows how much people are willing to give to help other people, which is a huge thing. I started in financial services. It was an interesting story. Almost 30 years ago, I had no aspiration of getting into this industry coming out of school,
Yeah.
but knew a lot of people who were actually parents of friends of mine, either in high school or college, that chewed on my ear and made me take another look at it, and I'm so glad that they did. 30 years later, I owe it all to them, and it's been a game changer.
That is awesome. I love that because same here. Right now, not 30 years ago, but 5 years ago,
You're much
same
younger.
thing. But no, the guy that he'd been trying to recruit me for years.
Oh yeah.
And I told him no, like many years. I was like, no, I'm good. And finally, I was like, okay, let me hear you out.
Yeah, I'll
Blessing.
listen.
What
Right.
a blessing. So I love to hear that about your story too.
Was that Mark Elder dude?
No, it wasn't
No,
Mark.
no, it was
Mark.
our
I know
our
Mark.
buddy Brian Craig. He was actually my neighbor. Same story. He was my advisor and agent for a long time, and I was in tech sales, and he kept on bugging me. I call it bugging me about coming in and talking to him because he went into management and started recruiting. I was like, nah. I was at one point a national scope sales manager, and then had come down here to be a director of a region, and I was just thinking, no offense, but that's kind of beneath me. And look now, 8 years in, and just
Oh, wow.
never looking back. So,
Yeah,
Doing well.
It's
Man,
amazing how many of those stories you hear. I find it I don't know, befuddling maybe isn't the right word, but I'll use it, which is you have an advisor who
bought the product. I was making $150,000 a year in the car business,
Yeah.
right? And it's been, I'm not even gonna put my number out there, but it's been an upgrade. Let's put it that way.
But
and,
time as
and,
well.
and the time,
Yes.
the work-life balance,
quality of life.
yes, like,
Quality of life.
I mean, no one tells me when to come in, when to come. Like I don't
Right.
clock in, clock out, or type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're your own boss, right? There's no ceiling on your income. You have residual income. You are in complete control of your calendar. And probably the most important part, you get to pick who you actually work with, right?
right.
Nobody's going to tell you that you have to work with a certain clientele. You get to work with those that you like and you trust.
That's right. You're in control. You're in the
That's right.
driver's seat on almost every aspect.
That's absolutely it.
Yep.
So, it's one of those careers that significantly underpays you in the first couple of years relative to the amount of time and energy and hard work you put in. But the beauty of it is that, candidly, it significantly overpays you as you continue to grow and mature. So, it definitely pays dividends just simply by being around for about 25 or 30 years like Mitch and myself.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And so you've been in the industry for quite some time. Who do you find is successful, right? I mean, not necessarily maybe a specific, but what types of people, what types of background do you find lend themselves well to that type of work?
It's
Good question.
Yeah, great question. And it was funny because it was one of those that I was thinking about, before today on the way over here. And what I found, it was kind of one of those aha moments. At some point early in my career, once I moved over to the management side and was responsible for growing organizations, I realized that it was really impossible. I thought it was possible, but it turned out to be impossible to predict on the front end who was going to be
Who's gonna make-
successful.
yeah.
People would walk in the office and you'd say, that person's for sure going to be a superstar. Other people would walk in and say, I don't know if that person's going to be here a year or two from now, and a year or two from now, and they would completely surprise you.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I've given up completely on trying to predict the success of an individual from the onset. And what I say is that there are tons of people that can do this. The only question is who will do this. And
Yes.
so the answer to your question, who are those folks that are ultimately successful? There's something that's driving them that they're committed to, whether it's, and not necessarily in any order of priority. So whether they're money motivated, they're motivated to help other people, they're just competitive by spirit, they are fear of failure, they just aren't going to lose, they are challenged by other people telling them that they can't do something. Those are the people that ultimately are successful. They're
That kind of
persevere.
makes sense, yeah.
You just described me.
Yeah, you did hit Trevor.
All of it.
I was every time you were saying that, I'm like, yep. That's it.
And the thing I like about your audience is that they're actually a perfect fit, because most of those that are successful have had to, and this is a term that I've used throughout my career, I don't know that I've coined it, but I don't know where it came from either, is they've had to dig tunnels. Things weren't handed to them easily.
Right.
They weren't necessarily the best students in school and then got into the best colleges. If they wanted to go to a better school, let's say a better college after high school, they found a way to get in. And again, it's that perseverance, it's that creativeness on their part. They're just going to figure out a way to succeed. You tell them how to get from point A to, or I should say, their job is to get from point A to point B, and they're the type of people that are just going to figure it out. They're going to do it as efficiently as possible, and they're going to do it,
in their language.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We call that grit.
Yes.
Grit.
That's what it is.
Moxie.
Moxie.
You know, they did a study.
That's right.
They did a study of the most successful people, right, that are out there, and it wasn't at college education or education level. It wasn't background or upbringing or anything of that nature. The one underlying theme that they found is the people were just tenacious, and they attributed it to grit. That's what separated them
That's right.
from
I read that
the
study.
rest.
Think about it, guys. If you believe in what you're doing, if you believe in a product, if you believe very strongly in something because of your experience with that, guess what? Same thing goes with me and the Word of God. That's right.
That's absolutely it. You know, and the other component of that, Foster, is being willing to dream about things that other people believe are impossible.
Right.
And, what you'll find is that we have an advisor in our organization who just continues to impress me day after day. But the reason being is because he sets new levels of expectations for himself that are 5 to 10 times greater than the average human being.
I love that you're talking about this because I had this thought coming on here, joining you today. Competition, right? Like, a lot of people ask us, we've had other financial institutions on the show, and they ask us, well, isn't that a competition? Because you guys are in financial services, right?
No.
Right.
And I'm like, absolutely not. And I have a whole bunch of reasons why, but the only person I'm in competition with is myself, right? And so the gentleman you were just talking about, he's setting his own bar. He's not competing with, like, he is trying to be the best version of himself. He's dreaming big. He's got big vision, big goals. Right? And he's not competing with me. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm not in competition with that guy. So anyway, I love that you said that because I wanted to pick up on that.
No, and number one, all boats rise in a rising tide. I completely believe that if we help each other, there are more than enough opportunities out there. Then we even have the opportunity to serve. And what people tend to do is they tend to worry about fighting over market share versus creating additional market.
Right.
And if we spent more time figuring out a way to access those that aren't being accessed, we'd all be much better served.
Yeah. We've been conditioned to believe that. Now look at the market. Look at what's happening right now. Are we happy with it? Well, maybe we ought to do something different.
Yeah.
Well, ultimately, it's just about serving people, right? Zig Ziglar, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is correct, but I think it was Zig Ziglar. And he said, you want to make $1 million, help 1 million people. Right? And if you really think about that statement, it's not even about the income. It's not about the money. Right? You want to make $1 million? That's like somebody coming up to me and saying, hey, well, how do I make $1 million? No. It's not about making $1 million. Go help 1 million people.
Right.
That's how you want to know. Go help 1 million people. That's how you're going to do it.
Absolutely.
And when you do it, you'll find out that that's more important than the dollars.
Yeah, the dollars are secondary. That's a byproduct, right? And I tell people this all the time. You need 3 things in life, right? You need income, because money makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
And you can't really do much without money. It's just the truth.
Yeah, we call it the fuel that drives the engine. If there's no gas in the engine, it doesn't work.
There you go. So you need income, you need passion, impact,
Ding,
right? Can you create an impact in the community that you serve? And if you can do those 3 things, then you can change the world. You have purpose.
No, I completely.
Good one.
Purpose is a huge driver.
Thank you, Mark.
And I'll meddle a little bit. If you focus on the one that provides all of that other stuff will be added. Booyah!
Oh, I love that. Yep. True.
We had a motto with our organization when I first started, and it was serve first, serve always. Right? Serve first, serve last, serve always. And if you approach the business that way, which was the emphasis was on those that you were serving, the income, ultimately would take care of itself. And I think that speaks right to what you were talking about, Trevor.
Totally. Yeah, the income is a byproduct, and I mean, your income is a direct impact of how many people that you help. Like I'll point create an example. Steve Jobs.
Oh yeah.
Right? Changed the world with the iPhone. Okay? Everybody has this in their hand, right? He
Yeah.
literally changed the whole face of the world. But it could be something as big as this, or it could be something as small like the paperclip. We're all using it, right? So, but your impact is big. You're helping so many people. It could be a little problem you're solving,
Right.
a small problem, like putting some paper together. This staple, right?
That's staple.
That's a simple solution to a problem.
It sure is.
That's
But-
holding a lot of stuff together.
That's
Look,
right.
It's helping a lot of
Little
people.
bitty.
Huge
Yeah.
impact.
A lot of people. So
Little
whoever,
bitty.
maybe somebody could Google that and tell me who invented
The staple.
the staple, right? And how much
And
money
where-
that person's worth.
Where are they now?
And Staples
they-
Corporate don't
they
even
probably
try.
invented it at a company, and the company took it and ran with it, and that person didn't get anything. So.
Somebody Google that and put it in the
I've
comment
got
section.
some great
please.
ideas for inventions, but y'all are going to have to sign a non-disclosure.
It was
before I
probably
release
Romeo or Michelle. I don't know if you guys saw that movie.
I did not.
Dan, I got some questions for you.
Okay.
So, tell me what is one of your worst hiring experiences?
Well, I'll actually use myself. So, if I switch it around just a
That's
little
good.
bit, it wasn't a hiring experience, but it was a interviewing experience.
Uh-huh.
So I was still a senior in college, and I
Which
had
college?
decided
Which
University of Michigan.
That's what I'm talking about.
So go blue.
Sorry, Lisa Sutton. Sorry.
Is she from Ohio State?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay. How did I know that?
Yeah, you
um,
did.
At any rate, so I'm getting ready to get out of school, University of Michigan, and I want to go into sports marketing. So I find somebody who is a fellow alum, who is out in Colorado working for a major sports marketing firm at the time, and I take my own dollars,
Uh-huh.
pay for a plane ticket. I was living in Michigan at the time, fly out to Colorado, meet the person the night before. We go to the bar district and hang out, have a great conversation, really excited about the interview the next morning,
Mm-hmm.
and go to bed, wake up, 7 o'clock, meet him for breakfast, and the interview's on. And he said, okay, what did you like best about John Doe? John Doe's the owner of the company. What did you like best about John Doe's book? And I had a blank stare on my face because I didn't read the book.
Oh man.
And I said, well, candidly, I didn't read the book. And unfortunately, his attitude was, well, if you can't even take the time to educate yourself about the owner of this organization,
Mm-hmm.
this interview's over. So after a flight all the way to Denver, drive up
Wow.
into the Rocky Mountains, spend the night socializing, spend the night in a hotel, and then wake up the next morning for an interview. After 2.5 minutes, the interview was over because what was important to that person apparently wasn't important to me.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it just ended. Now, it all worked out perfectly well for me in life, so I'm thankful
Mhm.
that
It usually
yeah.
does. Yeah.
it
It's a blessing in disguise.
exactly. But
Yes.
all I would tell you is that with social media, with the internet, and you've heard it from so many other people, is that if you're not finding out everything that you can possibly find out about the person that you're going to be meeting with before
Uh-huh.
you actually meet with them,
Mhm.
you're wasting a huge opportunity, and quite candidly, you're setting yourself, potentially up for
yeah.
failure.
I
Oh,
teach
that's
this
a
in my
good tip.
workshop.
Oh,
You need
yeah.
to
Trevor teaches
you need to
that.
do a little bit of light stalking, okay? You need
Yes.
you have a lot of tools to do this. You got LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, you got all the social media where
And
you
this
can
network.
you
Right.
can literally find out a lot about somebody.
Yeah.
Like I
You
can look up
can.
I can look you up
Absolutely.
and find out based off of your profile what you're liking, sharing, commenting on. Right, I can get to know you a little bit. Maybe I even try to communicate with you on those platforms and communicate on the content that you already like.
There you go.
Absolutely. What do I, tweet if I do tweet? But you get an idea of what I'm passionate about.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, one of my best interviewing experiences where I was the interviewer, I walked into a meeting, and the person, I swear, it was like they were reading my bio, and I'm like, have I met you before? Do you have a book somewhere? How did you like the University of Michigan?
We're just people.
yeah.
We've got a connection point somewhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They did
and,
their
and I
homework.
was so impressed.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
That
Right.
was it. That he knew so much
Yeah.
about me and my life. I didn't think it was weird. I didn't feel like he had been cyber stalking me or anything. I was actually impressed that he had took the time and energy to get to know me as well as he did before we
Yeah.
ever even met.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Too many of our clients are so concerned about how an interviewer is going to react if
Yeah.
they do this, if they do that, if they research, if they mention this, mention that. But it means so much to the connection and what it says about the
Sure it does.
interviewee, about the candidate.
And if it
Absolutely.
doesn't, if you get somebody who responds to it negatively, you know, you have to ask
Mm.
yourself, is that the right organization for me
Right.
to begin with?
Good
Right.
point.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're when they bring you in for an interview, they're trying to get an idea of who you are, if you're going to fit in the culture, if you're going to fit well with their team, and they're just trying to get really, do they like you? Because bottom line is,
Yeah.
they brought you in with your resume. The resume says that you've got the qualifications to do the job, but am I going to like this person?
You guys
Right?
ever hired somebody you didn't like?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I want you to think about this. Otherwise, they would just have hired you. You'd apply online with your resume, and they would say they'd call you up and say, "Hey, when can you come in
Well, that
for the
doesn't
job?"
happen.
We got a chair that
Right.
fits your bottom.
Why
right
doesn't
there.
it work that way? Because
Right.
they want to know who you are. They're about to make a purchase, and they're about to think about, you know what? Do I like this person? Do I get along? And you know what? When you're interviewing, like, build some commonality. So I think it's great.
Absolutely. And, final recommendation to all those that are listening, recognize how much you are actually in control as well.
Oh, yes.
So my encouragement to you would be, I could tell you everything there is to know about, my company as a financial services firm, and there are 1,000 others out there that would tell you that they do similar things, if not exactly the same thing. So very rarely is it about the brand name, the capabilities, all of those things. It's really about the people. And so what I would suggest to you is that if you're in an environment and you're sitting across the table from, Trevor or Foster or Mark or Mitch, if you feel that those people can help you become the best version of yourself, I don't care what name is on the door. I don't care what capabilities the company has. You hitch your wagon to one of the four of them, and they will cause you to be successful. That's arguably the most important thing that you could do.
Yes.
I love that
Amen.
because, I remember being I started my sales career at Harley Davidson. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was actually a very toxic environment where I was. The management, everything toxic. Okay. Very unprofessional. Motorcycles are great, but
They are.
toxic environment where I was working. I didn't do well. I really didn't. I wasn't the top producer. And then I went to Hyundai, and I had a really good nurturing culture. I had coaches, and I had mentors, and I had people that invested their time and energy into me to make me successful. Right? And I flourished.
And you rose to the top.
Oh man! Right.
Corporate America, do you
yes,
hear
yes.
that?
So
Yes.
we're a product of our environment. It's like a seed. If you want a seed to create an awesome tree, you need to water it and put some sunlight, and
That's right.
you need
Nurture it.
to nurture
That's
it.
right.
But otherwise, it's just gonna wither up and die.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that I don't believe that any of us left to our own devices can become nearly as successful as we otherwise could be if we have multiple others, advocates, who are invested as much in our success as we're invested in our own success. And so
Yes.
that's just an extension of what I
Yes.
was talking about.
Yep.
If there are people within that company that you believe can become invested in your success, it will just turbocharge your opportunities and your ability to ultimately recognize success.
I love that you're saying this too, because in our industry, it is known for, like, it just is. It has kind of a black eye for sink or
For
swim.
Attrition. Yeah.
Just throw them out there and see
Right.
what they can do. And like, I know our company is the training company. We spend a lot of time and money and invest into the new agents and advisors that come into the firm. But to hear you say that speaks volumes of your company too. Which
Well, thank you.
Really, it does. I mean,
And that's near the top of the list of candidates out there for what they're seeking in a company. That kind of support, that kind of mentorship, training, ongoing care about what they're doing and how they're doing it, how well they're doing.
are companies training anymore? I mean, really, I think about it. If I
Virtual.
want
Virtual, yes.
Ah.
Online.
Ugh. Blech. Blech. Okay.
Can you believe Trevor's saying that?
Okay. No, seriously, and I'm the millennial. in
Yeah,
the room.
yeah.
I don't want to watch videos to learn how to do my job.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
no
It's
way.
really, really
Oh,
hard.
Somebody showed
Uh-uh.
me something.
Well,
Like-
it's about the relationship you have with the people around you and your management. That can really make a huge difference, right?
and learn as you do. And that would be my other
Yes.
encouragement to everybody that's listening is that
Be a
you're
student
going
of the
to
industry.
that's right. You're going to accelerate your learning curve if you're willing. And you said it earlier, Foster, to be uncomfortable. I think you said it, or maybe it was Mitch. But
Probably Mitch.
Okay, but at the end of the day, if you put yourself in situations that you're unfamiliar with, but you're willing to learn, you're going to learn new skills, new products, new techniques, and you're going to get much, much better. But if you sit around and try and sit in a room with a book and learn about all those things before you actually go and execute, it's going to take you far longer to ever recognize success if you ever do at all.
And it did take me that long in corporate America. I'm surprised I didn't get fired before I got good at what I was doing.
Yeah, I think
honestly.
it's a blend, right? People need to read it to sink it in, right? But they like your
But
point.
be willing to go.
Go get in the trenches. Like I'll give you an example. If I've never flown a plane before, but I knew if I wanted to fly a plane, like you need to put me in the plane,
Right.
put me
You
in the
can do
cockpit.
that.
That's right.
Right?
I don't want to fly with you if you haven't practiced flying a plane.
Well, but
yeah,
there
like
was another
I can't
person on the
read a
plane,
book.
right?
There's no videos or books. There's not enough videos or books. And I promise you, even if I had like the master's degree of pilot, I don't know what that is. Is there
I
such
don't
thing?
know. I
If
don't
the first
fly.
time I got in a plane, you wouldn't want to be in there with me either.
No.
You need to plug that thing in like they did in the Matrix. It'll teach you how to fly.
You look like you're plugged in right
I'm
now,
plugged
Foster.
in.
Look, you're plugged in right now.
I am plugged in, guys. You'd be surprised.
Couple other quick questions I have for you are positions, anything that you're hiring for right now that you're looking to, really bring some people in from the audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're always looking for individuals who are interested in becoming a financial advisor or joining a team, being a junior associate, or even a practice management associate. So if you want to be more of an analyst, behind the scenes, administrative support, we have many of those opportunities available. So financial advisor means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and I would just encourage people not to, like you said earlier, think of the industry in one certain way or think about the role in one certain way, meaning it's morphed into a very diversified experience for a lot of different people.
Yeah, because you could just be doing, financial services.
You're not in production. You're maybe it's you're the illustration person.
Maybe your support, you're behind the scenes. But what I think, to your point too, it could just be like in your company, it's not just financial products. You also have like the insurance products as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then the other part of it is that there's a lot of mature practices that are out there. People who are getting on in age and want to slow down and retire. And so when I was getting started, it was all about everybody needed to be a hunter. We only want to talk to people who are capable of creating new markets and hunting for new business. And the terminology that we use now is, no, there's space for a lot of farmers out there, if you think about it that way, which is clients that are already clients of the firm that just need to be serviced on an ongoing basis. And so if that's your skill set, is really taking care of people, because quite candidly, a lot of people who are really, really good at finding new clients aren't necessarily the best at customer service and taking care of
development.
Exactly.
I love that you're saying that too, because like with Mark and I, we have a whole team, right? We have a team that is there to support us in many different ways. But like even just Mark and I, just down to the basics of us, we have different strengths and talents.
Absolutely.
We are not the same, right? And we do the same job per se, but like my role is a lot different than his. He's the brains behind the operations. Like I let him, do the analysis and the reports and the market research and all that fun stuff and play with the numbers, right? That's him. My job is to help take his brain and make it real simple for people to understand it. Because sometimes he'll start talking and we'll I'll see their eyes glaze over or whatever, and I can tell. I'm like, whoa, hold on, time out. Let's bring it back in and let's try to make it as simple and as easy for them to understand it. Otherwise, because if people get confused about financial stuff, they don't do anything.
Right.
No, that's absolutely
They
true.
get confused and they just are like, well, I'm not going to do anything.
They simply won't make a decision if they don't understand.
Yep.
Well,
and you start using all these big terms and people are like, what? You start sounding like a doctor.
Yeah.
And I
What
think that's
does
what
that mean?
you'll find is that teams these days. So
Yeah.
you've had this evolution of teams versus solo practitioners.
Right.
And then teams now are looking for very specific skill sets
Yes.
within that team. You don't have to be a Jack or a Jill of all trades and
100%.
responsible for every step of the client development process. You can be really, really good at one part of the client development process and be a great fit for an existing team.
100%. Love that.
Perfect example, maybe to go even one step further, would be, on the technical end, I was a student, right, of the industry,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I poured into trying to learn have all the answers, which you'll never do. But that's the direction I took. When Trevor came in, he was very good at the vision, right, of where things were going and how to get people right to talk to. Because if you don't have anybody to talk to, all the knowledge that's going on,
That's right.
doesn't mean anything if you don't have anybody to talk. It's the same as a resume. Your resume could be perfect, quote unquote, air quotes, perfect.
Right.
Nobody sees it.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
do you any good.
You have to know how to get it out there.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it kind of begs the question. So as all of you are looking for, those that are job seekers, what's weird is for people who are hiring like myself, there's always this disconnect. It's like I can't talk to enough people who are interested in an opportunity to become a financial advisor, and then people who are seeking saying, well, there's nobody that's hiring. And it's like this divide that exists between the two of us. But what I found is that in every social situation, what I do now is I simply ask. So my friends, my family, they could be professional peers, whether they're centers of influence, whoever it may be. My last question before I leave the room is always, do you know anybody who's either looking for work or interested in possibly changing careers because there's a gap between where they are and where they could be.
Right.
Right. And it's amazing how many, my nephew, actually, we just had holiday party, and he was talking about how he's no longer a regional director with ABC Company and looking for a new opportunity. Fantastic. Exactly.
My nephew started his own opportunity. He's out there in Hawaii. It's not a whole lot of people out there.
That's right.
Sometimes
don't hesitate to ask those that you know, who do you know that might be hiring or have an opportunity? And, it's the epitome of this show. It's all about
Who you know. Okay, I have to give you a drop the mic moment on that one. Go ahead and hold that.
That
and then
was good.
Just drop that mic. Just drop it. All right.
And it was unplanned. That's Dan the man.
Dan the
Amazing
man.
blue through and through, baby.
Absolutely. Go Blue.
Guys, and we did go a little bit over on this show, but I wanted to give you a little extra time. I think the content was great.
That was a good content.
Amazing guests with us here today, guys. Y'all need to go connect. Well, that's a great question. If somebody wants to connect with the resources or yourself, do they go to your LinkedIn profile, or do you want them to go to a website? Or tell me about that.
Let me. Easy for me to say.
Slow down.
There you go.
Amazing blue through and through.
Easy for me to say. So first and foremost, feel free to connect on LinkedIn with me personally. Over and above that, you can go to our website, which is spectrumfg.com, and there are links in there for you to connect with people in our organization that will give you a bunch more information about our organization, as well as opportunities that we have available. And then finally, we do random open houses. And our next open house, we basically call them Q&A socials. So it's I'm sorry, this one is going to be in the morning, 10:30 to 11:30 on February the 4th, Tuesday, February the 4th, and that information will be on our website as well. So thank you again so much for having me. Appreciate the opportunity to share, appreciate the opportunity more so to learn. And again, Mitch, I want to thank you for everything you're doing in the community. It's great stuff.
No,
I
you.
have posted, Dan, both your name and LinkedIn, link to your LinkedIn profile, as
Good.
well as Mitch to yours. So,
Thank you, Mark.
guys,
Thank you. Thanks so much
connect
for
with
inviting
both
me.
of them. They're great individuals, super willing to help. You can tell, just them being here is a testament to their character.
Yeah.
So we loved having you guys on and love having you as part of our network.
Thanks for letting me
Absolutely.
tell our story. Thank you so much.
Most definitely.
Guys, that is our show. It is all about
Who
ya
know. Believe that.